Welcome to Faith and Grace. This is the place where we explore and share the profound values of life through the lens of faith. Join me as we dive into stories, teachings, and moments that inspire, helping us live a meaningful life filled with peace. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. The Myth of Saint Thomas Aquinas, January 28. 5 years old Thomas Aquinas, chubby and silent, sat on horseback alongside his servant. They were waiting for the time of departure. Thomas felt restless, eager to leave behind the great castle where, despite his father ruling over an entire region, he was rarely home. His mother was seldom around, and his eldest sister, just a year older than him, had tragically been struck by lightning and killed in her bedroom a few months earlier. Thomas shuddered as he recalled that dreadful storm. Before long, the group of horses carrying Thomas, his parents, and their entourage had travelled 6 miles through the mountains, heading towards the abbey of Monte Cassino, a renowned monastery in Italy. The abbot was a relative of Thomas' family. After a brief ceremony, Thomas was welcomed and became a student of the monastic school. Thomas began his new life in the quiet monastery. Strangely, he did not feel lonely. Instead, he found joy in the peaceful atmosphere. He loved the school, admired the kindness of the monks, and was captivated by the solemn melody of their prayers. Having started his education with the most basic letters, Thomas quickly displayed remarkable intelligence. His piety also grew continuously. By the age of 13, he has far surpassed his peers. He possessed an extraordinary memory, knowing the entire Gospel and the letters of Saint Paul by heart. He had translated numerous books from Latin into Italian. It was said that Thomas never forgot anything he had learned. The monastery tranquility was suddenly disrupted when Emperor Frederick ordered the occupation of Monte Cassino. The monks and students were forced to leave, and once again Thomas found himself at a crossroads in his life. At 14, his parents enrolled him at the University of Naples, hoping that after the political turmoil he would return to the monastery to become a Benedictine monk. Thomas' reputation quickly thrashed. He not only surpassed his professor in both knowledge and holiness, people began calling him the angel of the school. He spent 5 years at the University of Naples. During this time, Saint Dominic has founded a new order, the Order of Preachers, known as the Dominicans. These were dedicated to preaching in university and whenever needed. Unlike the Benedictines, the Dominicans lived by alms and charity. Their holiness and profound knowledge were widely recognized. Deeply moved by their example, Thomas knocked on the monastery door, asking to join. The friars aspired him to wait and pray. He obeyed their counsel while forming friendship with many Dominican monks. At 20, after graduating from university, he again requested to join the Dominican order. This time, he was accepted. He immediately sent word to his mother. His father had passed away the year before. Saint Thomas Aquinas January 28. 5 years old Thomas Aquinas, chubby and silent, sat on horseback alongside his servant. They were waiting for the time of departure. Thomas felt restless, eager to leave behind the great castle where, despite his father ruling over an entire region, he was really home. His mother was seldom around, and his closest sister, just a year older than him, had practically been struck by lightning and killed in her bedroom a few months earlier. Thomas shudders as he recalled that dreadful storm. Before long, the rout of horses carrying Thomas, his parents, and their entourage had travelled 6 miles through the mountain, heading towards the Abbey of Monte Cassino, renowned monastery in Italy. The abbot was a relative of Thomas' family. After a brief ceremony, Thomas was welcomed and became a student of the monastic school. Thomas began his new life in the quiet monastery. Strangely, he did not feel lonely. Instead, he found joy in the peaceful atmosphere. He loved the school, admired the kindness of the monks, and was captivated by the solemn melody of their prayers. Having started his education in the most basic letters, Thomas quickly displayed remarkable intelligence. His piety also grew continuously. By the age of 13, he has far surpassed his peers. He possessed an extraordinary memory, knowing the entire Gospel and the letter of St. Paul by heart. He had translated numerous books from Latin into Italian. It was said that Thomas never forgot anything he had learned. The monastery tranquility was suddenly disrupted when Emperor Frederick ordered the occupation of Monte Cassino. The monk and student were forced to leave, and once again Thomas found himself at a crossroads in his life. At 14, his parents enrolled him at the University of Naples, hoping that after the political turmoil, he would return to the monastery to become a Benedictine monk.